thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp,
Okay.
and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay,
Okay.
about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there
Right.
with this song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the
Jay-Z's name back in the headlines. Why? Because the judge just gave his alleged son, Rymir, the green light to move forward with that paternity case. And now, Jay has until July 18th to speak up or get called out in court. But guess who's been fanning the flames this whole time? 50 Cent, of course. Man stays in the middle of the mess. And now Nicki Minaj done jumped in too. She reposted 50's tweet on X like, is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. To God be the glory, that's real shady. But it don't stop there. Word on the street is Beyoncé's been moving behind the scenes to block the case again. Just like Rymir's godmother claimed before. But wait, it gets even crazier. Some folks claim the judge is letting this case move forward because Jay-Z might be tied up in something way darker, like helping cover up a shady scheme that ended with him secretly fathering Rymir. That's the word going around, and people are whispering that Jay's been dodging court on purpose, because deep down, he knows the truth. What's wild is Jay-Z usually snaps back quick when folks try to drag his name. Like, he didn't waste a second shutting down those wild claims that he were involved with that messed up situation involving a 13-year-old. But now, when it comes to Rymir, he ain't even showing up. What's really going on here? This case has taken so many twists, it's hard to keep up. But let's get straight to it. Word is, Jay-Z and his legal squad been hustling behind the scenes, trying hard to keep Rymir's case buried. But now, Rymir might finally get that DNA test he's been fighting for. Cause yep, reports confirm the judge is letting this thing move forward. And guess what? I got my hands on the actual court documents. The judge wrote, respond to the latest filing by Lily Coley versus Sean Corey Carter. For the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that defendant's deadline to respond to plaintiff's complaints be extended to July 18, 2025. So that deadline is real, and it's coming quick. And now it's official, court-ordered and stamped. Now here's what Rymir been saying for years. His mom, Wanda, hooked up with Jay-Z back in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. Jay had scooped her up from Philly, and even though she claimed they used protection, it failed, and boom, she ended up pregnant. Jay-Z allegedly showed up just once more, 2 weeks later, then vanished. No calls, no contact, nothing. Rymir said his mom sat him down around age 8 and told him straight up she believed Jay-Z was his real dad. But on paper, her live-in boyfriend at the time, Robert Graves, was listed on the birth certificate. That all changed in 2011, though, because when they did a DNA test on Robert, it came back clear. He wasn't the father. So now, Rymir's still searching for answers, and all signs keep pointing back to Harv. Wanda kept it real with Rymir. She told him she had only ever been with 2 men, Robert and Jay-Z. And since Robert was ruled out, boom, all signs pointed straight to Jay-Z. But here's where things get sticky. Folks say Jay's been dodging that paternity test for one major reason. When he allegedly slept with Wanda, she was 16, and he was 22. That's not just messy, that's criminal. And this ain't new info either. Wanda's godmother spoke on it before, saying, I got a call from his in-house lawyer and they were very helpful. We thought we would resolve this privately. She even claimed they talked about Rymir's music talent and possibly signing him to Jay's label, but only after he finished high school. So if that convo really happened, why is Jay acting like this kid don't even exist now? So she said no, and just like that, everything changed. Different lawyers started popping up and their whole vibe flipped. Sounds like they realized this wasn't just about a paternity test anymore. If Wanda was underage, then Sean was looking at way more serious heat. And here's the part nobody's ready for. If Jay-Z really is the father, that means he allegedly took Wanda, who was only 16 at the time, across state lines from Philly to Brooklyn. where they slept together. That ain't just messy, that's a whole other case. But Wanda didn't stay quiet. She actually did try to make Jay take responsibility back in the day. She filed a civil suit to get child support from him, but it got tossed out because it was filed in the wrong state. And after that, she never got the chance to refile. So this story been sitting in the dark for years. Until now. Jay-Z's lawyer straight up claimed that Jay wasn't even an interested party when it came to Rymir's custody, so Wanda couldn't keep pushing the case. But Rymir wasn't letting it slide. He picked up that fight himself. And we all saw how messy that got. According to Rymir, he believes the reason the courts kept blocking him was because Jay-Z was out here cutting checks, allegedly paying off lawyers and judges just to bury the case. That's what Rymir's been saying. He even had to take things all the way to the Supreme Court, but the first time around, they tossed it out, said they didn't have the jurisdiction to reopen the case from the appeals court or unseal trial records. So what did Rymir do? He refiled it in the appellate division of the New Jersey Superior Court. He's not giving up. This whole battle has been a nightmare. Jay-Z's legal team been fighting hard, saying he shouldn't have to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he didn't live there or own property in the state. That little loophole had Rymir stuck, with no legal way to force Jay to take the test. But hold up, Rymir clapped back with receipts. He posted proof that Beyoncé's own mama, Tina, wrote in her book that Jay-Z did have property in New Jersey during that time. So now what? That claim just fell apart. With all this back and forth, it finally looks like the judge is done playing. He's letting the case move forward. And this time, Rymir's not alone. Thousands of people are standing with him, demanding answers. Plus, he's got big names backing him now. 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj are turning up the volume on this case. When I tell you, Nicki is stomping on Jay-Z's neck, she is not letting up. Sis came with receipts of her own and went full expose mode. After she reposted an interview from Dre Hadley, Desiree Perez's estranged daughter, things got wild. Dre, who's currently suing her own mom, that messy, claimed in the interview that Roc Nation targeted Nicki Minaj. She said they sabotaged her, stripped her of her freedom of speech, and tried to silence her. But it doesn't stop there. Dre also said Roc Nation didn't just come for Nicki, they came for her family too, allegedly attacking her husband, her child, and crossing lines that should terrify everybody watching this go down. Nicki been speaking loud these past few days, and she's not sugarcoating anything. She hinted that Jay-Z and his crew been sabotaging her career behind the scenes, and that's the real reason she's been holding off on dropping music. She also claimed somebody, real high up, been trying to wreck her marriage with Kenneth Petty, spreading lies and using powerful connections to turn him against her. It's giving setup vibes. And that's not all. Nicki said her social media accounts, plus her fan pages, been getting shadow banned on purpose, all to damage her brand. On top of all that, she put Jay-Z on blast, saying he still owes her money. Now, she just hopped into Rymir's situation, turning up the heat and demanding Jay be forced to take that DNA test. With everything that's been unfolding lately, it's looking more and more like Rymir might finally get his chance to settle this and move on. But while a lot of folks are cheering him on, others are side-eyeing the whole thing, asking, what's he really after? Is it about money? Is he clout chasing? Or does he just want the truth out there? Well, Rymir recently cleared that up. He said this ain't about Jay-Z suddenly playing daddy or making up for lost time. Nah, this case is about justice. Rymir said it's about corrupt judges, unfair court systems, and how his family got played out of money because of shady court orders. So for him, it's bigger than just a last name. It's about exposing the system. Rymir's not letting this slide. He says those shady court orders are still being used to pull money from his family, and they even slapped illegal liens on their home. He's spoken up before, making it crystal clear. I don't want money or anything like that from Jay-Z. I just want him to tell the truth, finally. Rymir said it straight. If Jay-Z really believes he's not the father and nothing went down with Wanda, then why not just take the test? If it's that simple, then prove it. Why is the answer always no every single time the paternity test gets brought up?
You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they doing, anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, this continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face.
At the end of the day, Rymir just wants clarity. One major thing being that Jay-Z allegedly took Wanda when she was only 16 across state lines from Philly to Brooklyn, where they supposedly slept together. That part still ain't been addressed. And don't forget, this ain't just about some paternity drama. If what Rymir says is true, then we're talking about a possible crime that's been ignored for decades. Taking a teenage girl across state lines and allegedly having a relationship, that opens up a whole other legal door, way beyond family court. People online are starting to wake up too. Comments been flooding in asking why Jay-Z's been allowed to duck accountability for so long. And now with Nicki and 50 Cent pushing the story out in public, folks are watching closely to see what Jay's next move will be. Will he finally show up and take the test? Or will his team keep dodging while the internet digs deeper and deeper into his past? And let's be real, Rymir's not just some clout chaser out here. This man's been fighting this case for over a decade. No label deals, no big headlines, just a kid trying to get answers while going up against one of the most powerful men in music. He's been through closed courtrooms, rejected filings, shady lawyers, and sealed documents, all while the world treated his story like a rumor. But now, with the case finally back on the table and celebs backing him up, things are shifting. The question is if Jay-Z really got nothing to hide. What's stopping him from ending all this with one swab and one answer? Rymir even dropped photos of his car after it got shot up, said something was planted inside before he got pulled over. Now that sounds like intimidation. And didn't Dree Hadley accuse Roc Nation and her own mama, Desiree Perez, of doing the same exact thing? Oh, it's giving a whole pattern, babe. This ain't just a random case anymore. It's looking like a full-blown setup trail. Things are heating up, and with the court officially ordering Jay-Z to respond, it's only a matter of time before the truth cracks wide open. So tell me, do you think Jay-Z's finally gonna speak up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to GossUp for the next bombshell, because this saga is far from over. Ask ChatGPT,